So let's talk a little bit about DataSelf now, and how we actually have been helping service organizations with all of the things we talked so far. So we just talked about the main features of analytics to make it really successful. And the way we do that is we have a data warehouse in analytics platform to combine data from all the different data sources, the ERP system, the FSM, the PMIS, CRM, whatever your data sources are. We use data warehousing to bring the data together. We use SQL Server for that purpose, and also we use our own extraction, transformation, loading tool. So blending the data is easy and fast. Then on the analytics platform, we have chosen for 6 years now Tableau, because it has proven to be one of the easiest analytics platform to empower users with different ways to consume data. They can consume data if they're in a desktop, using mobile devices, using web browsers, using email. So very easy, very intuitive, and very fast. And we've been building solutions like this for more than 12 years, and we have more than 5,000 reports, dashboards, and KPIs looking at metrics all over the organization. Not only services, but everything. Payables, receivables, financials, sales, inventory, purchasing, services, CRM information, opportunities, tech support. There's a lot of metrics as a starting point, so we can dramatically help clients to figure out what will be making the biggest impact from an actionable standpoint sooner than later. So that's a lot of the things out of the box. All right, so let's take a look at some examples of service dashboards and metrics in DataSelf. I'm going to switch to the DataSelf Analytics server, and I'm going to log in. Right now, I'm playing the role of a services team manager. So when I log into the DataSelf portal, it goes right into my landing page. In this case, is a regional field service KPIs, some KPIs that I use to manage my team. And these regional field service KPIs are target for every regional manager. So in my case, that I'm playing this role is for my North Bay Area here in San Francisco, how my teams are doing. If I were, let's say, the South Bay Area or the New York manager, I would see overall the same dashboard, but then it would be only focused on my specific teams. And these things, how these dashboards will work for every service manager can be just by security. Let's say it is the same dashboard for everyone. And then by looking at my credentials, it only gives me my own information by default. Or it can be specific because sometimes different regions have different requirements or different KPIs. And then this whole dashboard can be customized by different region. So DataSelf provides this whole functionality of being based on credentials or based on functionality, whatever that you want. In this example, this dashboard has 3 main segments. This top left is about technician, and it's showing first time fix rate as well as the average time to fix. And for all the technicians that are not meeting their first time fix rate, they show as in this orange color, both the fixed rate as well as the average time. The bottom section is for team allocation, and this is kind of showing kind of live the team allocation throughout the North Bay Area. In this quadrant is showing the 90-day average response time, and pretty much for the enterprise is being pretty stable because it's being awesome. We pretty much have on-site people all the time, so it's being overall very good. But for the industrial and for the commercial, we're trying to lower the average response time. And overall, as you can tell, in this sample dashboard, the organization is doing better than the last 90 days. The right section is this organization is heavily focused on servicing products they have installed, and then one of the main metrics is the uptime of the product. And if it's not meeting the target of 82%, it also shows in this brown color. So everything that is in this color here, in this top section and right section, is because it's not meeting our goals. And then at the bottom, we have the average time to fix and the first time fix rate. So this is an example of a dashboard showing KPIs for an organization. And this dashboard is pretty interactive. Let's say, suppose as the service manager, I want to see Derek. I click on Derek, and actually I want to see, let's say, maybe the realization of this technician, or sorry, the top customers that he's servicing. So let me go to the top customers. So when I click that, now I go into this other dashboard. It's already filtered specific for the person that I selected in the first dashboard, and it's showing the top customers being serviced, and then a bunch of more specific information. So I have the customers. They are sorted in a descending order by the contract sales amount. It shows how much we have delivered in sales, and are we above or not the actual contract sale. This dashboard is for an organization where one of the main goals is to upsell contracts. So actually the technicians, one of their goals as they do their services is try to upsell more service for the organization. And that's why they are so focused on the variances. The same information I'm seeing, the numbers, I can also see here on these charts where the bars are the actual, the lines are what is the contract value is, and if I have upsold is in blue, if I have not upsold is in brown color. Now on the far right, we have how profitable each of these clients are, looking from a low, target, and high profitability range for the organization. At the bottom, I have the details of all the contracts and also a projected 6-week job demand. Right now, this is week 22, and red means, usually these days are super busy. Black is, we have enough resources to take care of them. So this kind of gives me a projection of how much should I allocate my resources to take care of the needs, because for this business, they are very seasonal. They can expect what kind of demand they should be serving based on, the same season last year. Now, this whole dashboard is also pretty interactive. Let's say if I look at this particular customer where I have a very low profitability and I have not been able to upsell pretty much to this customer, if I click on it on this dashboard, automatically it drills down and it shows all the job numbers that I sold to this particular client, the actual sales, the contract, the variances, the GP, and what's going on from a projection standpoint. Let's say that for this organization decides to fire this client, is some profit not so profitable, we're not upselling, this client is really hard to work with, suppose we don't want to deal with them. People can do that. So hey, I'm going to remove this client from my list here. I'm going to click here and say, I'm going to click, and I'm going to exclude from my list. So right now I can exclude every single client or a bunch of clients. I can add more of them back. And right there is out of the list. And now I got another one that was fit from the bottom, and I can continue to my analysis. So these dashboards are very interactive, very intuitive, and very fast. And the idea is for you to come up with a dashboard like this to your own team, to your managers, for your upper management, for your dispatchers, for your service people if they need to, and make them interactive and make them easy to go from one point to another without learning how to use complex analytics. Now, it's also very important that, some of your people, they want to be able to change things beyond what's available in this framework. And we call those people the power users. The power users are usually the more data-driven people that want to explore what else can I learn from my data and to make things better? So I'm going to make an example how a power user can take a dashboard like this and change it completely based on their own curiosity of their data. So as a power user, I can come, I have this edit button because I'm a power user, otherwise I would not have it. I click the edit button, and I suppose I want to change this dashboard. I will make later a dashboard exclusively for the projection. I want to do more analysis on that. So for now, I no longer need to see this component on this dashboard. Instead, what I want to this dashboard is a new section on the bottom right that shows me by company. By the way, in my dashboard, I have a multi-company system, 4 different organizations that bring the data together in different systems. So I want to see by company the actual sales, the number of jobs, and the average amount per job. And I want to put this information in this corner here. So a completely different report from scratch. I'm going to create a new report to show that information. And when I do so, that I have in this edit mode, I have here the data panel that is plugged to your systems. And here I see, customer information, job information, salesperson, service team, all the data that you need related to your sale, to your service can be blended into this data panel. And here I have different metrics that you can see your data. We have actuals and contract information. So there's a bunch of metrics looking at the actuals, build, contract information, profitability metrics, ratios, rates of your KPIs, time metrics, variances, and a bunch of other things. Anyhow, so what I want to see is, let's put first of all contract date. So I want to see by contract date, I want to see the actual sales. So I'm going to see actual sales right there. I want to see job count. So I'm adding job count, actual sales, and the average sales per job. Now, right now, I don't have average sales per job in this part of these preconfigured metrics. How can I find that out? How can I come up with it? Do I need to call IT? No, I can build it by myself. I just say, I want to create right now a new metric. So a new calculated field. I'm going to call average sales per job. And what it does is the sum of, actual sale divided by, actual sale divided by job count. That's it. I just created a new metric from scratch, just like a kind of Excel. And now I have this average sales per job. I double click it. It goes to my report. It's right here. I want to see in dollar amount. So I'm going to say that this average sales per job, I want to change the format. I want to see the format number. I want to see as currency. And actually I want to see as thousands with only 1 decimal. That's it. Pretty cool. I only want to see for this year. So let's filter this report to only show for this year. I'm going to drag and drop contract date to my filters. And I want to say that this field is going to be a relative date based on years and showing only this year information. There it is. So right now I have sales, actual average sales and job count this year. And I want to see by company out of my 4 organizations. I can take company, I drag and drop to my report. So right there, by company, by measure, I have all those metrics. And since it's always this year, I don't need to see the header. I'm going to remove the header. That's it. Just in about a minute or so, I created from scratch this new metric. And now I want to attach this new sheet right there where I removed the prior projection. So right here, I just edited. Let's just resize it. I don't need to see the name of the sheet. So remove the title, and that's it. So, in a couple of minutes, I was able to change this dashboard to fulfill my own specific needs. I saved it. I closed it. This is only for myself. And that's it. Now I have the new section. And now it's all interactive. If I only want to see, let's say for this particular customer, when I click on it, I can see among my companies is the AB company that is selling for this customer. This is the actual, which matches with this number. This is the average sales per job, and this is how many jobs I have sold in this year. The point is, by using a framework like DataSelf, you allow your people to easily and quickly, the people who are curious and data-driven, if you give them the right to be able to make these changes, slice and dice their data to be more effective. So this is just a quick presentation of how DataSelf can help service organizations with easy access anytime, anywhere. By the way, everything that I did here, you can do this on desktop, on web browsers, and also on mobile devices. I mean, you could take, let's say, a tablet and do this change just like I did in a tablet by using, drag and dropping with your fingers. So DataSelf enables that kind of functionality. Folks, we're running a little bit of out of time here, so let me go back to my PowerPoint. So for all the things we talked here today, what DataSelf can assist you? Well, we have the best-in-class enterprise-grade BI analytics solution. We use data warehousing. We use Tableau as the analytics tool. So all of these components can really help get the most value out of your data silos. Out of the box, we already have covered a lot of different ERP systems, CRM systems, and other systems to do the job. And we have BI expertise to tackle those problems. So we're not only providing you with the products and templates, but expertise to get the job done. I hope you found this explanation in webinar informative. I'm going to open a Q&A, and because we're a little behind schedule, I'm just going to take a couple of